comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good game.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Harrell. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now they'll run the draw. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They'll try the left side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and you burn out with the fourth quarter.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by the defense staying with the lead. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming.
Another ball is not free. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
They believe they can run right here. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They go to the draw. Nice move to keep running. Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're a more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that game.
He's got it down the middle. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. The snap sets up the throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Horned Frogs looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. A strong tackle and wrap up from the juniors. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCF took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Orlando. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're trying to get to it. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. The defense... And even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw them the ground. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scrambling away. He'll let it go down the right side. The completion well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass.
missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Now the toss. And into the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on second down for this offense. Looking for space. It's going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. Really good vision there. Just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find points.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fake, now to throw. Unleashes one. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to pass, it's Harold. Gets open down the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense getting set for first down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Okay, ready? Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Get set, get set. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. 29 Philly. 2-0. Go. Ready, go. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Still running up for 40. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and pass. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Fast motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Makes the grab on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is...
Oh, it's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. On the move. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
The handoff to Johnson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That play had 0 shot. You got to do a better job up front. Create some running lanes. The running back before he can go anywhere, get tackled, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion, don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal coming up. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
The passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of punt on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Pittsburgh proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Panthers team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Looking for a man. It's Harrell. Gets it to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Slips through the line, and the returner goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Cook. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. We're so used to being having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not making it on the ground. You want many guys swarming with the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And how about the efficiency on... Second and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense
go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more first downs. They just got 2 first downs. A couple more first downs, run the clock with a lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big guys, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
The Horned Frogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know what, this area of the field, it's really hard to throw.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the air, it's Harrell. He's got his man. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He wants to throw it again. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10.
Cricket.
The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Hits the spin cycle. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Harold. He steps out of bounds, but it...
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. And it's caught! Touchdown, North Carolina!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to throw, it's Harrell. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
29.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. The aerial assault continues. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab outside is Hamilton.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On second down, looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UNC!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down two possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to the future defenses down the road in the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a second down play. Back to pass, it's Hoover. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Just a rip. Hey, not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. He's going to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got to wait. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense, got him at the 27. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap.
Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, you had to take a shot. You got to make something happen. Somebody has to make a play and to get back in this ball game, down a couple of scores, and now the defense has to come out, make some kind of miracle happen, maybe score, and then you got to kick and get an onside. A lot of things have to go right from here on out.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Buying some time. He'll let one go down the right side. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.